Tyson Fury defends his Airfinger quotes lineal heavyweight title. We break down what it means and where he fits in the heavyweight picture. Next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Share on all forms of social media. Leave us a comment. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Champion. Tyson Fury was tested last night by a largely, mostly unknown Otto Valen. We had it 9-3 for Fury, so it wasn't like, there was any doubt or anything like that going to the scorecards. But it was more than that. Fury, there's two things. Fury was dominated. Fury dominated most of the action. Let's not get that twisted. Fury dominated most of the action. He clearly won the fight. He won most of the rounds. Like we said, we had it 9-3 for Fury. Outworked, landed the cleanest shots. He was clearly the better boxer, a level 2 ahead of a very game out of Valen. For sure. But he was hit a lot. And that cut above his eye nearly cost him the fight and his, Airfinger's quote, lineal title. We posted on Facebook, Otto Valen is about to become the man who beat the man who beat the man. But it didn't happen, so we were wrong about that. But I thought, there was a good chance that fight was going to get stopped, especially when Otto was picking at it. He was raking him across the eyes, trying to really get to that cut. And that cut was nasty. It was bothering Tyson Fury. It was flowing. It busted open several times. By the ninth round, I said, this thing's gonna get cold. Look, here's the problem. Tyson Fury tried to push the action. He tried to pick up the pace. He tried to get Valen out, and he didn't. He couldn't do it. He couldn't stop Otto Valen. That's a problem. It's not like he couldn't get out Anthony Joshua, or he couldn't get out some game, top 10 type heavyweight. Look, he couldn't get out Otto Valen. That's a problem. This is not a really skilled heavyweight. He's not fast. He's not strong. He's not a great combination. But there's nothing really extraordinary or special about the Swede that he fought. There's nothing spectacular about him. I'm hearing ESPN say he's a top 10 heavyweight and this and that. No, he's not. You want to know what Otto Valen is? He's a good gatekeeper. He's a good stepping stone. You know who he should fight next? Otto Valen. Joe Joyce. You want to make Joe Joyce look good? You want to test Joe Joyce, see if he's ready for that next step up? Throw him in with Otto Valen. F.A. Ajabe. You want to see how good F.A. Ajabe is? Throw him in there with Otto Valen. You want Tyson Fury to get some rounds, work Yui Fury. You want Yui Fury to work on some things, get some rounds, and throw him in with Otto Valen. He's a stepping stone. Look, he's a game guy. He's a decent fighter. He's a tough guy. Tough as hell, actually. But he's not that good. Like, he's not going to beat top 10 heavyweights. He's going to lose to every single one of them. He's not going to beat top 20 heavyweights. But he's a tough guy. He's a durable guy, and he can give you rounds. And that's what he is. Could he beat a guy like Brian Jennings or Dominic Brazil or Dave Price? I probably can't beat any of those guys, honestly. But he'll go distance and, he'll give him rounds and, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just not that good at that level. And there's levels to this. And those guys are 2 steps ahead of him, really. He's a heavyweight version of, let's say, Brian Perella or you know what I'm saying? Like a guy like that, or a heavyweight version of a guy like Josecito Lopez. It's like, he's a tough guy, he's a good fighter, but he's not going to beat anyone at the elite level, not even close. Especially at this point in Josecito's career. But I want to get into what I've been hearing in regards to Tyson Fury and on social media and things. If he struggled with Otto Valen, he's going to get destroyed by Wilder or Ruiz. Well, look, he's already beat Wilder. He dominated Wilder. One round after round after round after round. He beat Wilder. So why would it be a problem to beat him now? He's only going to look sharper and better than he did a year ago. So I don't really follow that. He can beat Wilder because he's not old and he's already beat him. Clearly beat him. And I don't care what the judges said. I don't care what the scorecards came in at. We all watched the fight. We all know Tyson Fury won that fight. And so that takes care of we know that he can beat Wilder because he's already done it. So don't be surprised when he does it again. Now, explain to me this. Riddle me this. how is Andy Ruiz, going to constantly get inside of that jab of Tyson Fury and work him on the inside? Fury is 6'9" with a 7-foot reach and is a slick mover. You know, how is Ruiz just going to get outboxed from the outside, just going to get inside and keep landing on him? It's not going to happen. He's not getting on the inside. So, look, I would favor Tyson Fury against either of those guys. I'd favor him against Anthony Joshua. So I'd favor him to beat, I would pick him at least, to beat every single other heavyweight in the division. Okay? I would pick Tyson Fury. That being said, however, all right, there's always a however, Tyson Fury is at a serious risk of getting knocked out. Okay? He has this knack, this recurring knack to get hit by big shots that he should see coming. Like, he was almost, let's be real, Tyson Fury was almost stopped last night. He was almost stopped in the Deontay Wilder fight. So twice in the last year, he's almost been stopped in the last round, in 2 different fights. That's a problem. He was in serious trouble, right? He got caught with a huge shot early in the fight that busted him open, and he got caught with another huge shot at the end of the round. Like, he gets, for a guy that slick mover, who's that good defensively, countering punches, slipping punches, he gets hit with way too many big shots. It almost doesn't make sense. It's almost, like a strange dichotomy that doesn't make any sense, like an oxymoron. He's such a good mover, he gets hit so much, but he gets hit with big shots. And so there was those 2 shots last night. He got dropped twice by Wilder. And you want to throw those out and say Wilder, you could argue, I wouldn't, but you could argue Wilder's the best heavyweight on the planet. So Wilder caught him as no big deal. Okay, go back to the Steve Cunningham fight. Steve Cunningham, a blown-up cruiserweight, knocked him down with a massive shot, right? And that wasn't a problem with Fury's chin. That was the problem with his defense. Yeah, it was. Steve Cunningham, you can go back and watch it, threw that thing from the bleachers. He wound up and threw that thing from like 3 blocks away and telegraphed the heck out of it, and it still landed, hit Fury flush, and put him down. I remember saying, how did Fury get knocked down by a cruiserweight? How did he get hit with that shot? How did he not see that punch coming? That thing was so telegraphed, he should have countered it, stepped back, and hit him with a right hand. Like, I don't understand how a guy this good defensively, like Fury is, and he is, gets hit with so many big shots. It's like, it's a great mystery. That's all I can say about that. So, look, we're not just talking about Otto Valen. We're talking about Valen. We're talking about Wilder. We're talking about Steve Cunningham. All of them hit him with massive shots that he never seen coming. Getting hit with big shots like that is a problem in the heavyweight division. They may finish you. If they don't get you out with a one shot, they may finish you. And there are guys a lot better in the heavyweight division than Otto Valen and Steve Cunningham. Now, give Fury credit. Wilder couldn't get him out, but he did the next closest thing to it, right? I mean, he did all but get him out. Again, another ref may have stopped that fight, right? So, and another ref may have stopped last night's fight because of that cut. He got hit with a massive shot, and it busted open his eye, and another ref may have stopped it. Another doctor, another commissioner, another state may have stopped that fight because that thing was bleeding like a sieve. And there's no way to know, for us to know, how much it was affecting his vision. If it was affecting his vision, if he could see, was his vision blue? We don't know. Only Fury and maybe the doctor knows the answer to that. The doc let him go, and Fury picked it up and won the fight. He clearly won the fight, but that was touch and go for a while. It looked like that fight might get stopped. And it wasn't a Toro Gotti versus Wilson Rodriguez moment where Gotti said, "Oh, I need to get going here," and knock Wilson Rodriguez out. Fury tried, and he couldn't do it, and that's Otto Valen. So Tyson Fury doesn't knock people out. He doesn't knock people out, and he's susceptible to getting hit with massive shots. That's a problem. Again, I think Fury's the best heavyweight in the world. I'm just saying he can easily, I don't want to say easily, he can be beaten. And how he gets beaten is the same way that Jean Pascal just beat Sir Marcus Brown. Just load up on him. He's easy to hit. Just load up on him. Don't worry about winning rounds. You're not gonna win enough rounds to beat him. Just load up and knock him out. And the heavyweights have the power to do that. You go back to the Wilder fight, and Freddie Roach and Ben Davidson were having this argument. We found out, Freddie Roach wanted Fury to pick it up and try to knock Wilder out. And Ben Davidson said, no, he's winning every round. Just stick to the game plan and outbox him, and we'll put every round in the bank. Well, Freddie Roach was right. Look, you can't keep going round. If you can't knock out heavyweights, you're going to get knocked out eventually. That's just the way it works, especially at an elite level. Give me the great heavyweight champion who didn't knock people out. And it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Ali knocked people out. Holyfield knocked people out. And obviously, the big punches, Tyson, Foreman, Lewis, they knock guys out. Joe Frazier, obviously. They all knock guys out. You can't let heavyweights hang around with you round after round after round, because if you do, you might get knocked out because these guys can crack. So, Freddie Roach is right. Look, Fury's going to leave himself susceptible to get hit with a big shot. So, he needs to get Wilder out. No more playing around. Take him out. Get Wilder out of the fight. And, or he's going to get knocked out, and he almost did. He was able to survive the moment, which was incredible. But Freddie Roach ultimately was right. It's like, this guy gets hit a lot. That's not a lot. He gets susceptible to getting hit by big shots out of the blue. We can't let this thing go on. So Fury's going to either have to learn how to knock people out, how to put his punches together, how to finish fighters, or he's going to get knocked out himself. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers for another episode of Sunday Morning Champion. This is 3D Boxing from Texas to the world, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.